Hello there, gods and beautiful goddesses of your reality. Welcome back. This is Manifest with Jenny and Nutritious Lives. Please like, subscribe, and click the little bell icon so when I upload videos, they come straight to you. So today, well, this evening actually, it's Friday evening. The kids have taken me out, and it's been a beautiful night because they've treated me to Mother's Day. And I'm not going to put this out until Mother's Day, but however, we've done this on the Friday night because let's face it, we get fleeced. Personal opinion, but I'm not into it, guys. I'm not into going out on these designated days.
Anyway, indeed, let's move on. I need to tell you that this is the longest video that I've ever done. It goes into detail about the dark feminine and how I use it. So in part one, it really just gives you details about how you can incorporate this beautiful dark energy into your life. And trust me, girls, it's all positive. There's a place for the dark and light within you. There's no reason to push it away anymore. So I'll discuss this and how I utilize this beautiful, amazing energy within me, and I want to encourage you to do the same. Part 2 and part 3 tells you about an experience that I've had on the dating sites and how I've had to utilize it really, and how I'll always utilize it going forwards. So I'll help you with this. You reach out to me to inquire about this package, and we will talk about this. And I really want you to be as empowered as you possibly can, because you're a queen. So that being said, enjoy part 1, and I will see you in part 2.
This isn't what the video is about. The video is about dark feminine energy and what that means. And that all flies into my new package of Divine Feminine, my Divine Feminine package. I've been quite inspired to do this one, and the reason why I'm inspired is because of an experience that I've had of late on a dating site. I won't mention the name of the dating site because it's quite irrelevant, but it's quite typical of, I think, modern day dating and the experiences we tend to have. But before I go into talking to you about my experience, and I am going to tell you about my experience, mind, I just want to talk to you about the dark feminine and what this means with regards to femininity. And again, like I was saying, how it sort of, plays into as a holistic way of looking at a female, and maybe the difference between our masculine side and our feminine side, because we are girls. I don't know whether you know this, but we are not one dimensional. We really aren't. We are so complex. We're such amazing creatures, and the grown men that are evolved men can see the beautiful nature of a feminine woman. I'm not a feminist. Don't get this confused. I'm far from being a feminist. I love my brothers and my sisters. I come from an unconditional loving place when I say that. But we are different. We are made up different, and we need to know each other's differences to actually appreciate those differences and see the beauty within us, right? But I think because our modern day societies took us away from our innate way of doing things and relating to each other, we've stopped knowing how to converse, and in even on an energetic level, it's quite sad. So the point of what I'm trying to get to is, with the dark feminine, I've got a really healthy dark feminine side. Now, if you Google dark femininity, it can come up quite negative, I would say, perceived as quite negative, and it's far from true, because our passionate, our drive as a feminine our dark feminine side, our almost way of being able to, and this is how it feels within my own energetic body. Now, you can listen to people talking about dark femininity, and obviously I have, because I'm a researcher by nature. So because everything that I want to learn about the body, the mind, the brain, energy, spirituality, the manifestation, it does all come back to research. But when I do my research, I actually understand why I feel the way that I feel, and I've got my own spin on it. So when I think about my own dark femininity, I think of an like an energy blast. I think of passion. I think of drive. But it's almost like my dark feminine allows me to give my energy like a boom of energy and then detract. So it's almost like I give this vision of who I am, and then I fall back into my own femininity, and that's Jen's interpretation of it. And I know that seems quite vague, but what I mean is, so okay, let me depict certain dark feminine characters. So I mean, we could use celebrities that really exert their dark femininity, right? So we've got the light femininity, which is all sort of receiving, and sweetness and light, and able um, to receive, and not be demanding, which is lovely. You know, I more and more, because I've healed the feminine side of myself, the light feminine. I see the value of that. I never used to. I used to view that as a weakness, but that is amazing to sit back and allow. So, especially from a manifestation point of view, it's really, really important to learn from a feminine point of view. It's putting out our desires and allowing the universe to. It's something that has really been imperative for me to learn. But instead of understanding that Jen, not predominantly, but a big part of Jen is dark femininity, I misconstrued it, and I acted within my masculine side. But what I really needed to do was really integrate the dark femininity. And that when I talk about the feminine to the masculine and that balance, I personally think a big proponent of me, and probably the biggest part out of my masculine and my light feminine, is my dark femininity. That is Jen. And I think this is why I have got the ethos and the drive that I realise now that I have, and where that passion always was. And the reason why I went through all my emotional issues from the past was that I wasn't embracing that side of myself. I didn't know I was, but I didn't know how to uh, put out my feelings, and then allow things to come to me, and be quite comfortable to speak my truth, and say what I felt from an authentic place. I would always say things, but then regret saying things, beat myself up, give myself a negative story, right? So now, because I'm sitting more in my authenticity, I'm seeing where I fit on this spectrum of my energetic spectrum. So like, you know, you can, like I was saying to you, you can compare dark energy to like celebrities like, you know, Beyonce, Charlotte Johansson, all these beautiful, even to a certain degree. You know, I think the typical depiction would be the femme fatales, but that is like the other end of the spectrum. It's almost like the manipulative side of the dark feminine, right? But it's something that's very attractive because, you know, within every woman lies this potential to be to, when is necessary, to blow up your environment. And with a dark feminine energy, to blow up one's environment is necessary to breaking down the current situation within your life to create a new, right? So this is the dark feminine, and a lot of the time we hold ourselves back from that sort of expression. And now I realise that that expression is is beautiful. It's amazing. You know, we can be manipulative as women. That there's women out there that can use that to their advantage, but they're not really sitting in their dark feminine. They're sitting in some sort of wounded feminine space, as well as their dark femininity, and they're using people and it's the same with the men, you know, with the masculine side of things. It's a wounded femininity, it's a wounded masculinity, because when you're grown as a woman, you never take, so it's almost like the panther. What's the black cat now? Is that panther? I think it is, isn't it? That when they make a killing, it's almost like an offering. They only take what is necessary, and then they leave what isn't. You know, they never overkill. It's never in this sort of ravenous state where they're out of control. It's poised. It's planned. It's it's precision, and this is the dark feminine. So say for example, I was thinking about this tonight when I was thinking about doing this video. So because I've got this kind of like a little bit of a princess fairy tale thing going on, but when I say that, my idea of a princess is really a warrior princess also. So I do identify with the princess finding the prince, and it's beautiful. I mean, as I say, with these are all like fictional characters, right? So none of this is true, but it's to really highlight to you a point of the way the energy sits. So you look at the Snow Whites, Giselle, all these Belle, all these feminine characters that really represent the light feminine side of things, right? And they are waiting for their prince, and they're really sitting in their space of being found, and they've got absolutely beautiful, innocent qualities to them, innocent qualities that I've got within me as a beautiful princess. But however, the other side of it is the brave princess, like Brave, right? Or Mulan. These warrior princesses, they have a strong dark feminine aspect to their tale, to their story, to their person. And my favourite, not the old version, the new version is Maleficent. Maleficent. She's like she's such a dark feminine. She's got this, I mean, Angelina Jolie, of course, plays that character perfectly, because she, by nature, is, we always associate her with that. And I, growing up, I always remember the kind of like the debate really within the femininity, the feminine way of looking at things was always Jennifer Aniston or Angelina Jolie. But there's beauty within the two, right? And so, this is what I want us to, as women, to understand. We are all of that. and we can sit in a space of wherever we fit within that, and that's good. Again, with having a healthy masculinity, because the man is the driver, the masculine energy is the driver, he's the one, with even within a feminine, that drives us forward, that keeps the forward movement, where the dark feminine, she creates this passion, and then it's a push, but it's a pull back, it's a push, and then it's a pull back. And that's the difference between the masculine and the feminine.